What's up, fellow go-getters? I'm back. Let's try this again. My apologies to everyone that was watching me live. My phone died, which is not a good thing. So I wanted to do this again. Nam Ratna, Go Get It Real Estate team. Remember, guys, dreams are big, but taking action is bigger. And I'm coming at you with tip of the day. I'm going to be coming out with you tips all year long. And my tip number one, as you can tell on the description, is focus, Daniel son. Focus. Most of you out there know who Mr. Miyagi is, one of the all-time best mentors from Karate Kid. And one of his main things that he would always tell Daniel-san is focus. Laser focus on whatever your task is. If you're waxing on and you're waxing off, you got to focus on the techniques that you're doing when you're waxing on, waxing off. When you're breathing, you got to focus on breathing in and breathing out. Focus is so important. And how is that related to real estate? Well, you got to focus on what your goal is, what your business model is, what your day-to-day actions are in order to get to what your ultimate goal is. Instead of following the shiny object every time something new comes your way. For example, there's a handful of guys out there, there's a couple guys that I've met in the last 5 years, where I'll ask them, how long they've been in real estate for. One gentleman in particular, I remember him telling me, he's like, I've been in real estate for about 15 years now. And I said, wow, you must own hundreds, if not thousands of units. And long story short, I think he owned only about 2 duplexes, and he did a couple flips here and there. Did some rent-owns, I believe, some wholesales, but he just didn't really do much because he wasn't focused. He was doing one thing, and then something else came up, and he went after that, and then he did another type of deal, and he never became an expert or specialized in one type of real estate model. And in turn, it didn't compound year after year, where he has major success over the 10-year span, right? Where he's just an expert. Versus us, where we, in the last 5 years, we bought over $3 million of real estate, and we flipped just last year alone 24 properties, but we weren't flipping every year. Our first year goals was to quit our day job. So that was our main focus, was to get enough passive income so we can quit our day jobs and continue to focus on our business. So what we did was purely focus on buy, fix, refinance, and rent. If there was any flips that came our way, we didn't care about it because it wasn't in our focus. Then the year ended, and we refocused on our goals. So those of you out there that are looking to just do flips, you should just focus on just doing flips and not being like, oh, hey, there's a potential land deal here, or there's a potential apartment block here, or whatever it may be, because you, at the end of the day, when the year is done, wouldn't have achieved your goals because you were going after all these different things. So you got to stay focused on what your goal is. And one of the best ways to do that is figure out your why, your purpose, determine what your strategy is based on your ultimate goals, and then commit to it and stay laser focused. Don't be distracted by the shiny objects, because in real estate, there's so many different ways you can go. But if you choose one way, do it, kill it, become a specialist on it, and then reevaluate what's your next step or what you need to do to get to another level. So that's tip number one, guys. Coming at you, Nam Ratna. Dreams are big, taking action is bigger. And remember, stay focused and go get it.